So, when you achieve something that you've been waiting so long to reach, like yes, I got there. I did that thing. I got the job. I got I accomplished that thing that I was striving for. Why is there this period of like grief or like a feeling of loss and of like an emptiness that happens like directly after? And for my artists out there, like, you know what I'm talking about. Perform in a show, or paint something, or like achieve something in your artistry that like really was just like a pinnacle um for you, and then it's over. And you're like, "Oh, man, now I gotta want something else. Now I gotta reach for something else. I gotta And I'm just wondering why we don't take time to honor that period of in between, right? I think it's because it feels uncomfortable to be there. Is I feel we get so used to the hustle of I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there, or the resistance is so great. I'm not gonna get there. Like either one of those, like those, we're very comfortable in those spaces. Like the struggle bus, or I'm reaching it and I'm focused. Like both of those feel very comfortable when we're just like, what now? Where am I now? Like I'm not struggling, and I'm not striving. So who am I? What am I right now? What is that? And I think it's just a nice moment to take our time and really assess. I did that, and I will do that too. But here I am in this moment. How has this changed me? How has this um inspired me? What did I learn? Like it's like a divine moment of like forced stop and integrate, you know? And I'm with this presence project. Hello, welcome. Sorry. If you're here, this is what it's about for this me and this community that we're building here. It's about being present in your life in a way that breaks, these generational cycles, these patterns, like you're just if you find yourself like I keep doing the same loops and the same things, and you don't know why, right? Like giving presence to it, like you immediately start to notice what like what brings you to the same feeling that you know so well, again, is because we're working through the same problem again. Like I don't want to learn the same lesson 50 times, you know. If I'm learning it again, it's because I haven't learned it, So when it comes to this, I want to really be ready for my successes, and I mean as ready as we can be, but because I know I'm going to be successful, like it's inevitable, you know. You know the work that you put in, so you're never going to stop. And no matter, ups, downs, whatever, your trajectory is forward, right? I am tired of feeling like, oh, I reached this. And then there's like this feeling. And I'm tired of not processing that. And then just wondering, like, but why is this here? Oh, okay, push it down, put it aside, and let's refocus so that I can feel good again and continue, right? And so maybe it's not about I feel good. It's about like, oh, I need to sit for a minute with this and just realize like what did it take to get from there to here? And what's it going to take to get over there is another question that you're not ready for until you integrate this, until you're in it, right? So just a quick thought for the day, right? So just if you're feeling grief of any kind because of an achievement, um, it's just time to sit with it and really let it. marinate and like understand what it meant to you to reach that goal or to, and then only then can you then look forward to being at the bottom of another mountain, you know? And I think that's also a hard feeling to like, I made it to the top, but it's really just the bottom of something else, And that feeling, it doesn't feel great, right? So it's just kind of like, I'm happy to be where I'm at, not because I'm ready to go to the next point. Is Sorry, my child is wild. I don't know if you can hear that. Um what was I saying? Just we're ready to move forward, but we're not ready to move forward until the true feelings of what you've accomplished are processed. Is 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 basically what I'm playing with today. And I guess there's just like honoring rest, right? Like there's an exhaustion that comes with reaching something that you've wanted for a while. There's like a and then sometimes maybe you're like, oh, it didn't quite feel like how I thought it would feel. Like there's also that, you know? And it's always like they say, it's like it's because reaching the destination isn't the point, right? There was moments of such sweetness in the journey that now we can sit and acknowledge that those moments in the journey before you reached the thing were actually sweeter than reaching the thing, right? But they always say that, and you're like, yeah, 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 let me reach the thing. I need the thing. Give me the thing, right? But it's true. It's true. You reach the thing, and then you're like, hmm, okay. So I think it's because it's an opportunity to sit and assess what the journey actually brought you, and what that meant to you, and how once you integrate that, like the successes are going to get easier, because we think like success is not easy. It's not. Like it comes with its own bag of stuff. So the more we are honest with ourselves that it's not like roses all the time, success comes with I don't want to say a price, but like sometimes it's a price for people. But like if you're truly doing it for the love of whatever it is, right? Then once you reach like a certain, goal or whatever, just remember that you're doing the thing because you love it. And the journey to that one thing was actually why it was worth doing, right? And then it feels it shifts in you. Like I don't know if you can feel a shift. But there is one for me right now in thinking about that, like that period of grief and like emptiness that you feel before you move on to the next. It's because it was that what the feelings that reaching that gave you are far more valuable than just like, oh, I'm here. Yeah, you're here. And like what did you have to do to get there? Like how can I enjoy and be proud and be, reflecting on what it was and how it went down, and like what things you worked through, what shadows did you have to integrate to get, that's all part of it. So the minute you're like, I am I am better for it. I am a new version of me because of it. It feels great to then look forward to what version of you you'll be at the next goal. Not because reaching that goal is the point, right? So we'll get better at success as time goes on. That's the goal. I want to get better at success because it's inevitable and I'm gonna reach that. So the more I integrate, the more I can enjoy, right? And the low lows like mean that you're being stretched for feeling those highs more deeply, right? Because if we don't allow ourselves to feel down here, then the highs don't feel as high, you know? And I want them to feel as high as they need to feel because I'm working hard, you know? So, and by working hard, it's also the internal work and the allowing, like, I don't know why just allowing is so hard, right? Receive, hard work, right? It's not just action, action, action. We're used to that, right? It's that receiving that then becomes like, can I just allow for a second? That's the hard work, right? But we're learning that. So I think to make it a smoother ride as we go, I think just food for thought is when you're integrating what you've learned along the way and what has been working and what was tough and what like who did you become so that as you keep succeeding, these successes feel sweeter and they feel integrated. They feel like inevitably you know, versus what can happen to like you're like, do I deserve this? Like you don't want to be asking those questions when you're walking into these rooms you've dreamed of your whole life, you know? You're gonna, it's inevitable, but like I'm saying it's part of the journey to also explore like as you go why you're feeling what you're feeling so that imagine how sweet it would be to walk into a room you've dreamed of walking into your whole life and feeling like, yeah, this is the next logical step. How smooth would that be? So maybe that's the goal. That's my next goal, right? Is that next room I walk into that is like something I've dreamed of, I want to feel like, damn right I'm here. Damn right. Uh and this is the work. So I'm gonna go you know, give my child what she wants. And you have a great rest of your day and you know, keep working.